Tre stepped into the Waffle House on a particularly dreary morning, his eyes still heavy with sleep and his stomach rumbling with anticipation. The scent of buttery waffles and maple syrup filled the air, as if the restaurant itself were a living, breathing entity beckoning him closer. With a yawn, he approached the counter and ordered from the secret menu, a towering stack of waffles drizzled with chocolate sauce and topped with a generous serving of whipped cream and crushed nuts. The server, a young woman with a knowing smile, took his order without batting an eye, as if she'd been expecting him all along. As Tre waited for his order, he glanced around the restaurant and noticed that it seemed unusually quiet. The few patrons scattered about were engrossed in their own conversations or lost in thought, oblivious to the strange events unfolding around them. Suddenly, the waffles on Tre's plate began to writhe and squirm as if they had a life of their own. He gasped in surprise and horror as they stretched and contorted, slowly transforming into monstrous, waffle-like creatures with glowing red eyes and razor-sharp teeth. The creatures looked around the room, sizing up their prey, and then, with a chorus of hisses, they pounced. The people screamed in terror as the waffle monsters descended upon them, tearing into their flesh and feasting on their warm blood. Tre, frozen in fear, watched in disbelief as the creatures grew larger and more vicious with each victim they consumed. The server, now a towering, waffle-like beast with wings, took flight and hurled itself at Tre, its razor-sharp claws extended. He tried to run, but his feet seemed rooted to the floor. Just as the monstrous creature was about to land on Tre, a burst of flame erupted from the kitchen, engulfing the waffle monsters and sending them scattering in all directions. The flames died down to reveal a small figure in a chef garb, wielding a massive wooden spoon like a weapon. Tre, the figure shouted, a familiar voice echoing through the smoke. It was his old friend, Terry. It's time to put an end to this madness. Terry charged forward, swinging his spoon with all his might, sending waffle monsters flying through the air like frisbees. The chaos subsided, and Tre found himself standing amidst the carnage, the smell of burning waffles filling the air. Terry approached Tre, his face etched with concern. "Are you all right, bro?" he asked, placing a steadying hand on Tre's shoulder. Tre nodded, still trying to process what had just happened. I'm not sure. What's going on here, Terry?" Terry sighed heavily, his shoulders slumping. "It's a long story," he began, "but it all started when I walked into this Waffle House and discovered the secret ingredient to the waffles. I swear to God, I never thought it would lead to this."